I chose Point Loma because of the surf.
How easy it is to just go surf after class definitely had a factor on my decision.
Localism is pretty tough around here. A local dad called me a Nazbo behind me, and I kind of just sat there and took it. Didn't really say anything, but it was pretty harsh.
You know, it can be a very inhospitable set of breaks. I'm Ben Cater, and I'm a professor of history and literature, and I direct the honors program. I've worked here almost 8 years. I was a student here in the 90s, and I'm glad to be back teaching here. What localism is this state of mind and a behavior that is very possessive of a particular locale. It does provide some kind of organization and order in the water. It didn't fall from the heavens, and people didn't set out to create like localism. It emerged spontaneously in response to what many considered to be the overcrowding of surf spots. You're here for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, or whatever, and then you'll probably move away. That seems to be short term. And one of the things that is vital, perhaps the most important thing to becoming a local, is having a long-term commitment to a place. That's sort of like the definitive criteria. If you really pretend to have that much sort of control over your board and as a result over the wave riding experience, it's very easy to be possessive about the wave, and so you begin to commodify it. So there's like a commodification sort of process that's taken the place in which you become very acquisitive and possessive of the wave because you can control and manipulate it any way you want. And I just think that's a very dangerous attitude.
My name's Vaughn Tubbs, and I'm from Huntington Beach, California. There definitely is animosity towards college students. Like on the cliff a couple weeks ago, there was, it was funny, there's like a big cliff face, and someone spray painted Nazbos not welcome, like in all caps letters. And some of the locals paddle out with pocket knives and cut leashes if you paddle out with a leash, just purely out of spite because it's like an unspoken rule. And, you know, it's like, I don't agree with it, but, you know, it's not my place to be agreeing or disagreeing. So. And there's a lot of students here that, especially the ones that surf good, that just think they own the place because they surf better than the locals, and that it really does cause problems. But there's also a lot of locals that see the few students here that are like that, and they say, oh, if a couple of them are like that, all of them must be like that.
I was going out to shoot some surf pictures, and I was climbing down the cliffs, and this guy had just gotten out of the water from surfing, and he came up to me and was like, just out of curiosity, like, what do you plan on doing with that camera? And I was like, oh, like, I shoot pics with, like, a couple of my buddies. I don't know, he gave me, like, a really, like, nasty look. He was like, oh. And then he just walked away, so, I don't know.
I think it would be more productive for people just to be kind to each other and explain to newer surfers the lineup and how everything works. I think that could aid to the problem of localism, maybe fostering a more inclusive community.
I mean, if you really love something and you're concerned about its like preservation and safety and that it's maybe endangered by overcrowding, then you'll have this sort of defensive attitude. To think that you can somehow commodify like something as grand as the sea, it's not mine and it's not yours. It's God's, you know, and we're to interact with it in stewardship and praise.